Hey everybody, this is Unit 4, Formative 1, Dividing Exponents, Day 2. Alright, so in these problems here, you notice it looks kind of similar to what we did the day before, but the only thing that's different here is we have an exponent on the outside of the parentheses here, so the 6. Okay, and just like what we learned before, whenever we have a parentheses on the outside, we're going to distribute it to everything. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do first. I'm going to distribute that 6 to everything, including the variables on the bottom. So that gives me a to the negative 6. Remember, you multiply when it's a power to a power. B to the 18th, because 3 times 6 is 18. And then C to the 6, because 1 times 6 is 6. And then on the bottom, we're going to have 2 times 6, so a to the 12th. And then 4 times 6, so b to the 24th. Okay, now we want to move our negative exponents. The only negative exponent is the a, so we're just going to move a to the 6 to the bottom, so that gets rid of that. B to the 18th stays up top. C to the 6 stays up top. A to the 12th on the bottom, and then B to the 24th on the bottom. Okay, and now we're just going to start dividing our exponents like what we're used to. So there are 18 B's on top, which will cancel out 18 of them on the bottom. So you're left with B to the 6th on the bottom. And then there are 6 C's on top and no C's on the bottom, so C to the 6 is just going to go on top. Nothing cancels anything out there. And then there's 6 A's and another 12 A's on the bottom, so we're going to have A to the 18th on the bottom. And there would be your answer for the first one. Okay, number 2 here works the same way. So we're going to have 3 to the negative 2nd. We're just going to distribute that exponent on the outside. So this negative 2 to everything. So 3 to the negative 2nd, x to the 2 times negative 2 gives you negative 4. And then we have y to the positive 6, because negative 3 times negative 2. Then we're going to have 2 to the negative 2nd power, x to the positive 16th, and then y to the negative 10th. So all I did was multiply any exponents that could have been multiplied. Alright, now I'm going to move all my negative exponents. So 3 to the 2nd goes on the bottom because it's negative. X to the negative 4th goes on the bottom. Y to the 6th stays on top. 2 to the negative 2nd goes up top because it's on the bottom. So far I've done those 4. X to the 16th stays on the bottom because it's positive. And then y to the 10th goes up top because it's negative. Alright, 2 squared is 4. And then we have y to the 6th and y to the 10th both on the top. So that gives you y to the 16th on top. And then on the bottom, 3 squared is 9. And then x to the 10th and x to the 4th plus x to the 16th gives you x to the 20th. So you have 4y to the 16th over 9x to the 20th. And there you are done, because you have no negative exponents, and 4 over 9 cannot be simplified at all. Alright, for number 3 here, I see that we have a 0 exponent. So the first thing we want to do is actually just get rid of that, because we know that anything to the 0 power is 1. So we don't even need to write it. So now I can rewrite the problem as just 6x to the 2nd over 5x to the 9th. And now it's the same problem as what we're used to. Simplify your exponents, or simplify the 6 over 5 if you can, which you can't. And then the 2 x's on top cancel out 2 of them on the bottom, so you're left with x to the 7th on the bottom. Alright, number 4, you have a exponent on the outside of parentheses, so you're going to want to get rid of that. So on the top stays the same for now, so 2m to the 5th, over now 3 to the negative 2nd, and m to the negative 2nd. Okay, now you want to get rid of your negative exponents. The 2 stays where it is, the m to the 5th stays where it is, the 3 to the 2nd moves up top, becomes a positive 2. So remember, that's 3 squared times 2 there. And then m squared moves up top as well, and so you just have a 1 on the bottom. All right, 3 squared is 9, so you have 9 times 2. And then m to the 5th times m squared gives you m to the 7th, because you add exponents. And then finally, take 9 times 2 to get 18 m to the 7th. Okay, so remember, when the variables are both on the top, like the m's here, you just add the exponents because they're being multiplied. Remember, if you have negative exponents, you need to move them. So in this case, they were both on the bottom, so we moved the m squared to the top, and we moved the 3 squared to the top. The 2m to the 5th didn't move at all because there were no negative exponents there. All right, and the last one here. So once again, I see that we have a parentheses and then an exponent on the outside of the parentheses. So that's the first thing we want to simplify. So that gives me, the top is going to stay exactly the same. So 4x to the negative 2nd, y to the 4th. The 8x cubed is going to stay the same because that's not in parentheses. But then we're going to have right here y to the negative 6th. Okay, so you get rid of the parentheses there. Now all we have to do is move negative exponents. Before we do that, though, we can actually look at the 4 over 8. And that reduces to 1 over 2 because they both divide by 4. The x to the negative 2nd is going to go on the bottom and become a positive 2. Y to the 4th stays up top. X cubed stays on the bottom. And then y to the negative 6 moves up top and becomes a positive 6. Okay, now once again, we have both y's on the top, so it's being multiplied, so all we have to do is add the exponents in this case. So y to the 10th, we can write the 1 out front there. And then same on the bottom, they're both x's are on the bottom, so we just add the exponents to get x to the 5th, and you are done. All right, that was day 2 of dividing exponents. Make sure you took good notes, and if you didn't understand it, make sure you go back and rewatch problems again. We will see you later.